Hey, how's it going, everybody? We saw some posts about a tournament that we've all been kind of waiting for, and they put out a little feature video about it. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, during the RLCS, they ended up posting a video with Herc, JamesBot, Gibbs, and Shogun about FIFAe, the tournament that is going to be the World Cup, where teams from regions compete together versus, hey, we sign up, we pick our teams, and do what we do in the RLCS. They've got like a 7-ish minute video kind of talking about FIFAe, detailing some of the things, some of the countries. I figured it'd be a good idea to watch it together and see what they have to say. And we can also kind of theory craft some of our own favorite teams. It's always interesting hearing other people's ideas and opinions about it. And they've also been talking about that. I will say their website has also been actually really, really solid. Even their coverage of the World Championship was dope. But you can tell based upon the coverage that they're doing on the official Rocket League Esports Twitter that they are officially backing this, and it looks like it's going to be a long-standing thing. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the video and see what's going on. Hopefully this isn't too loud. It is. Let's see. I haven't seen this yet, so I've heard good things about it, though.
Hi, everyone. It is Hercules.
Hi, Herc.
And we've got a really
Everybody say hi to Herc.
special piece of content for y'all. We've got the official release of the FIFAe World Cup featuring Rocket League going down. And if you guys have been living under a rock and you missed it, 16 countries around the world.
16 teams. We all know the countries and stuff, but my curiosity is how this plays out. So for those that want a quick screen grab, now you know all the teams that are going to be there. Also, this board looks very well made. Just going to put that out there.
Have officially been chosen to be competing in this World Cup. You guys have been all over the internet scouring ideas.
No, Canada is crazy.
Potentially could.
You say no, Canada is crazy, but at the to express, if you guys haven't watched the videos, to my knowledge, the way that these invites went out is FIFAe as an organization reached out to the football associations of these respective countries. Those countries then either have to say, yes, we're willing to do it. We are going to take under the responsibility of building a team, doing all the financial costs associated with it. You know, if we need to run a tournament and put that on, that's on us as well. We will be the ones that do that. And there's some easy ways to do that. They can reach out to someone like myself and just say, hey, we want you to do this for us. We know you know what's going on in this industry. We will have you try to help us find and figure out our best performing team and what could be. Or they can try to do it themselves if they would like. So, with that in mind, let's watch.
The rosters that will be
but
representing.
It sounds like Canada's representation declined.
Welcome to you guys. We've got James, Gibbs, and Shogun.
Nice.
I will be
That's
letting
a squad.
you guys choose a country that you would like to talk about the most. Maybe you have a team in mind already, or you want to create one with your fellow mates here on the chairs. James, we're gonna start with you. Is there a country you have in mind?
Yeah, we know it's there's a few. There's a few.
Okay.
I think the one that might spark the most debate would be France.
Okay.
Do you remember? It's not the
I respect
sideways
it.
one. It's the vertical. There we go.
I only looked at it.
See, not the only one.
Because there are.
So I agree before, and I don't want to just steal what James is going to say, but I'm going to say it just so it doesn't sound like I'm copying him. I do agree with him. France has a lot of debate because obviously the top of EU is all French. So finding exactly who it is, we talked about this a little bit earlier on stream too with chat. I think the difficulty is like when you talk about who do you pick for France, many would assume obviously Monkey Moon based upon his performances and everything else. One of the best positional players, if not the best positional player in the world. You've got Zen, who's cracked. But who do you put for that third player? Do you go Seiko? Do you go Vatira, Atal? Like, there's so many players. Who do you go down the list and figure out? So we'll see what James says.
There are so many good French players. I have two players that for me would be a lock.
Okay,
I think to me the lock is Zen.
Okay.
And the other is Vatira.
No.
Okay, so if
Nope.
it was Zen and Vatira.
No, lock
who
is
would
Zen
you
and Monkey
prefer?
Moon for me.
I would pick Seiko. I think
Not
Seiko.
No Monkey Moon.
Really? I feel like
I think, to me, Seiko, he's so calm. Everything I've heard about him, you know, from the players I've talked to, he's very nice. And he is just insanely good.
You can take your team cohesion, and I don't care, okay?
Good, James.
Not even just
I love it.
cohesion. He won a major.
We have one opportunity right
This
here
series-
to throw together the figureheads of the biggest teams in France. Zen, Vatira, Monkey Moon. We might not get
Wait
this
a
chance.
second.
All right, so me
again.
and
Say that
Shogun
the
are on
Giants are
similar
not,
wavelength.
like, the biggest team out there.
No, they haven't got figureheads. They're all different.
No, yeah.
No,
They don't.
Oh man, I
The
think
three big French players are,
Yes.
yeah, they are.
So Mates doesn't really have a big figurehead. They don't have that guy, right? Which is part of the reason why they're so competitive. But again, if I'm taking anybody, like if I'm like, hey, you need to pick one player from Gentlemates, I'm picking Itachi. But I don't think Itachi works with that roster.
This is like turning around just good. We've got an open tournament.
That too design. This is technically a way to try. This could be problematic though for you design too. Is like, say they put this team out there, they may second guess like, ooh, maybe I do a different team.
But to me, Seiko is so humble.
We've got 15
That's
other
a tough.
countries that we
But the
can-
fact that they all get animated about that proves James' point. Like, hey, this is gonna be a debate. It's gonna be tough to figure out. Like, that's why I think you have to do tryouts. I think you for sure lock in Monkey Moon and Zen, and then you have to figure out who that third is.
all fight over. Gibbs,
Okay.
the board is yours.
Nas isn't. Can't play with them.
Okay.
And we're going to go with an easy one, and obviously my favorite, USA. We have to go USA.
Raw.
Obviously. And there's
USA.
one answer. There's
Okay.
one. Sorry, it's okay.
You
There's
just
one
picked G2,
answer
right?
For USA, and that is that G2 roster, currently #1 in the world. We'll see how they do here. Pretty good. They're all Americans. That is the roster. And their fourth player that they bring out as a hot hand very easily would be First Killer.
No,
You
I disagree.
him
Bring in
out
LJ.
Just in case one
LJ.
of the other players is a little bit cold.
Bring in
That
LJ.
would be your pick?
So First Killer would be a sub on that squad.
That would
I
be your
actually
sub?
disagree with this.
Okay.
I'll bring in LJ.
So you don't
Nas would play for a different. He plays for Morocco, AK.
pick G2.
So, no, I like the G2
Morocco's goated. It's literally Nas, Strelly, and Itachi. There's no other players. That team's gonna be so cracked, and I can't wait to watch it.
pick.
Okay, but you
I
don't bring
just
in
would
Dan
bring in
Bimo,
First
LJ
Killer.
would be fun to
I
watch.
would go LJ.
Yeah, I'm with James on that.
I think
I would pick
LJ,
LJ
honestly,
First Killer.
because First Killer, he is goated. He's amazing. I said
James is speaking
before
my
that I think
language
people are underrating and
on this
forgetting
one,
how good
at
he
least.
can be. But I also think that when you're going to the international competitions like this, those previous results
this is a good video.
matter. And
I
think
really
First
like this
Killer might
video.
have a mental block of the coming close but not winning it all. Whereas LJ, I feel like that's not going to affect him. He hasn't had the
because
results.
LJ's never come close.
Yes, but you put
So he
him.
doesn't have
You,
to
you put him with
God,
G2.
Gibbs, that's so
and
mean.
That to me is the unpredictable boost factor.
I do
that
think
they
LJ
have.
is
The
so
reason why I
good.
like that pick is because none of the players on G2 will have to worry about not playing because they're not going to play LJ over the G2 players.
You're an American, and the first.
Well, what
ever
happens?
all-
What happens if Beast Mode denies going again? What happens if BMO's just like, nah, I don't want to go do this other event, just like EWC? That they have to find a replacement. And I think LJ and First are two really good options. I also selfishly wouldn't mind watching BMO, Dan, FK, because that was like the figureheads of NA as well. I think that would be interesting as well too. Again, I think NA may not be as simple as everybody thinks. I think all of us just go, yeah, just straight pick G2. They're all American. They all work together. They literally got the worst this year was second. Like they've been insane. But part of me is just for curiosity, like we were just talking about on stream, is like one of my favorite things is seeing all these new rosters play in off-season tournaments before Worlds hits, where it's like, hey, all the roster changes happened, all the off-season chaos. What do these new teams look like? I selfishly, as a fan of the game, want to watch BMO, Dan, FK, BMO, Dan, LJ. I just want to see what they look like because it'd be exciting.
American team.
Dare I say
wins a
Justin? I mean,
major
Justin
over
is-
the best. You
Justin
just
is
have to
nasty.
go with him.
All right, Shogun. Who are you gonna pick?
We have had a bunch of teams that we kind of have to find an amalgamation of on this one. I am, however, going to go for the place that it's all coming home to.
Oh, boo, Shogi, boo. If I'm on this segment, I'm picking Morocco. Because, like, if I'm on the segment, I'm picking Morocco immediately. One, because it'll be interesting to see if Herc knows the Moroccan flag. Two, because I don't have to debate. And I think the conversation can then be about how good and how much potential the team has versus, like, well, who do we field? It's like, dude, this team together, I think it puts those guys literally on the map. It literally makes people think about like, wow, that team is so good. You've got a world champ, a guy who's been competing since season 3, and you've got one of the best sought after free agents. Like Morocco's a cracked team. That's who I'm picking for this segment.
I was so nervous I was about to pull the entire
Definitely not
thing
England
off.
though.
You almost did.
I'm not picking England in
That
this.
is all good right there. It is coming home.
It's
It is
not.
England. And the only issue I've got on this is whilst you guys have got teams, you know, the French teams have all stuck together, the Americans have all stuck together. The English players have gone everywhere so far. We have sent a whole bunch off to NA. We've got
For England,
players like
Abstract Joy will rise.
Join the Francophone.
It also depends on if Oski's allowed to, because Oski's what, like Polish as well or something like. I forget what Oski's origins are, but he's definitely English as well. I know he'd be qualified for it. So it'd be Oski Joyo. For me, it'd be Oski Joyo Jack is who I would probably go.
Over there, you know, playing with the French and the Moroccans. So it's very difficult to find like a good team that you know is going to gel straight from the off.
Rise
over
both
here. So
English and Portuguese.
I'm
Or
not gonna
Portugal.
play
Yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
I'm
Rise
just
is
finding
fine.
star players.
Yeah, I think
So
Rise
I mean,
is a for sure.
Maybe you can provide
Dual
further
nationality? Okay, we
insight
were right
to
on
the
that.
fact that you're
Sweet.
from the United Kingdom of England or whatever.
Yeah. You're doing so well.
Anyway,
The
I
United
wanna
Kingdom
know
of
Shogun's
England. Love that.
four-man
Love
roster.
that.
My 4-man roster.
Yeah,
What is Shogun's
Give us the
four-man
rocket.
roster?
All right, I'll go Rise Joyo with
Respect.
Jack as
Love that.
the starting lineup.
Love that. Love that.
And then you know what? We're going to look towards like the upcomers on this one. So obviously Nolly. All right, well in that case, let's
make
get
up those
Speed.
wonders.
I haven't seen that
Speed.
one.
Okay, now he's just having a good time. No, I would go. Archie did play crazy at Worlds. At Worlds, his defense was like masterclass. He played incredible. I think I would go my 4. So my starting 3 would be Rise. Oh God, Rise. Do I do Rise, Joyo, Oski? Rise, Joyo, Oski would be vibes. With Abjack there as backup, because he's gonna keep mentals good. With him and Rise for mental would be crazy. I think that iteration of 4, Oski, Joyo, Rise, Jack, I think is really good.
Speed's perfect. Yeah.
Speed's perfect.
But speed also being there would be
Oh,
great.
wait, you would take Speed in?
I'll take Speed in.
Honestly?
They're never
No,
gonna.
but
they
he's
are-
from Norwich, so I'll take Speed.
All right.
Obviously, there's going to be meaning in representing your country. We've seen, you know, like James and everyone has been so stoked about, you know, the U.S. having the first full American roster, and we've heard a little bit about what it's meant to them. But some of these other countries, obviously, it's a little bit different because it's very rare that you have the opportunity to field a full roster
Agreed.
from those places. What do you think that it could actually mean to some of them?
I think the players will understand the gravity of that, of representing your nation. For Rocket League, we've been waiting for something like this. Everyone has
Yeah.
always said, what if we had
For those that aren't familiar with the Rocket League lore and history, a long time ago we had the Intel World Open, which is what was supposed to happen pre-COVID days, which is kind of a soft subject for me too, because I lost like my dream job out of this. But the Intel World Open was announced to basically air before the Olympics in Japan, and it was going to be a $250,000 tournament where you had the ability to sign up with your regions. I will say it was kind of formatted really stinky because it's like, as long as you're a resident there, it didn't matter. So like you could have Turbo Pulsa playing for the United States, which was really stupid. But like the Intel World Open was supposed to be this $250,000 tournament alongside a $250,000 tournament for like Street Fighter right before the opening ceremony for the Olympics. And it was going to be insane. They were going to have a bunch of teams compete. They would then go to Poland to find the top 8 teams that joined Japan, because Japan was hosting, they automatically got a bid. It was going to be super hype, and they were going to go to like Katowice and like had this big tournament and all. It was super cool. And then COVID hit, it all shut down. They made it all regional. So like only United States played United States, and that was the end of it. And it really, really stunk. And a lot of us were so excited about that. I was supposed to go do coverage for ESPN I was supposed to be like a field reporter, and we were going to go and have a team on the ground and cover all of it at the Olympics, and it would have been super cool. But yeah, COVID stripped that away. I was supposed to go work for ESPN. I'm not mad about it. It's fine. But really, really cool stuff that they had planned. So like we've all been kind of waiting for a in-person regional based competition, and to do it in partnership with FIFA and do it for FIFA is gonna be really cool.
had a
So
World Cup? What if,
are you gonna work with
you know, we
FIFA?
had these
Probably not.
nations competing
I would love
against each
to,
other
but
instead of
probably
just the
not,
teams?
unfortunately.
People have been wanting this and waiting for it, and so I think
You guys
that
are gonna be
is
stuck
to
with me
add
for watch
even
parties.
more
Sorry.
to the pressure
Yeah.
on these players, knowing that.
But yeah, I would
we have
love
been
to go
waiting
and work that
waiting
stuff.
waiting
It'd be so
for
much
this
fun.
opportunity to compete as nations in a World Cup, and that stage is finally here.
We don't.
Well, guys, we've got some
I think it's just an
hypothetical
outro.
rosters that we've all come up with. It's been great conversations. Obviously, there are many more countries to be discussed, but reminder to those of you watching at home or at LAN, wherever you are in the world, these are our guesses, our opinions. We know you have yours.
I hate that they have to
Keep them
qualify this.
coming. For now, though, you guys can head on over.
All right. So if you guys want to know more, it is FIFA.gg. Oh gosh, that's the full link. We don't want the full link. So go to FIFA.gg. They actually did a bunch of coverage for the World Championship too. So if you're going to go check that out, you can go to competition. It actually has a bunch of cool details and stuff as well. And you can watch all the VODs. They also have like some scoring totals and some averages and stuff, which is pretty dope. But if you go to their website, you go look at the actual competitions and you see specifically what's going down. Eventually, they'll have registration information and everything here as well. So there will be more details to come. Right now, they were just focused on their coverage. But if you go to the first ever Rocket League thing, you click Take Me There. It's got some basic details, some information. They are going to be updating it periodically. The last update we got was on August 17th. So if you are trying to stay tuned in, this is going to be the website to do it. They've been pretty good about specifics, but I expect their Twitter to have announcements on the teams when they get announced and so on and so forth. We don't know dates, but based upon the information I have, I'm a betting person, and I'm going to say that very likely the tournament is going to be the last tournament of the offseason. My assumption is going to be that they will have this all air when it's like December. It'll be this, and then it'll be holiday season, and then we'll get into the actual season. So we kind of joked about this on camera, and we talked about this on stream a little bit, and I think it was actually during this video. There is a chance that they go and they do one of these tournaments, and they're like, oh, shoot, maybe we're questioning our roster, you know, for France and stuff like that. If they do send the figureheads, who knows? Who knows? Either way, that's going to do it for today's video. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Pretty cool stuff. Good conversation piece. Actually, like, more content like that is very good. And that was just posted on the RLEsports Twitter. So if you're from Brazil, you probably missed out on it, which is why you tune in these videos. But I'm out of your chat. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support on the videos. As always, like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.